This is the facelifted Toyota GR Yaris, and thanks to its latest update, this Rally-Bred homologation specials is not only faster and better than before, but also now more beginner-friendly. Right, let's start with what's under the hood, because the facelifted GR Yaris uses a 1.6-litre 3-cylinder turbocharged G16E GTS engine that has been heavily improved compared to the previous version. It features lighter, stronger, new pistons as well as increase in its direct injection pressure. As a result, this engine now delivers 300 PS and 400 Nm of torque to enable a quicker 0 to 100 time of 5.2 seconds. But that's not all, because we know that the facelifted GR Yaris also comes with a new AT version featuring Gazoo Racing's newly developed 8-speed direct automatic transmission. It's not a DCT like many other hot hatches out there. It's actually a torque converter system with an 8-speed setup, and it features closed gear ratios as well as a Torsen LSD. And the software control for the gearbox has been optimized, where if you drive slow around town, it shifts rather smoothly. But once you need the power, once you slam on the pedal, the shifts become more rapid and it becomes more responsive. Safe to say, this is one of the best, if not the best, torque converter automatic transmissions ever tried in any car. And given that this is a 1.6-litre engine, the road tax for this car is actually as cheap as many other family cars out there. Not bad for a performance-oriented hot hatch. So besides both the new gearbox and the powertrain upgrades, what's also being upgraded for the facelifted GR Yaris lies on a chassis setup, where its overall rigidity has been increased by 13% thanks to additional sport welding points and many other upgrades. So as a result, I think this is the most nimble and the most agile car I've ever driven, and certainly one of the best cars I've ever driven, period, because it feels quite agile. It responds to you in a very good manner, because of course, you know, your seat's lower, the ergonomics has been improved overall. It just really feels like a driver's car. But at the same time, I would say with the addition of this new AT version, the GR Yaris is a much more daily drivable car as well, because of course you get the AT transmission, but the car actually comes with 3 distinct driving modes. Like for example, now I'm driving around the neighborhood, it's perfect for you to use the eco mode, because the throttle sensitivity is a bit lower, it's more on the comfort bias, so as the gear sensitivity, and the gear, they tend to use much higher gear compared to like if you put in the sport mode. So it makes for a very casual driving. I mean, it still feels like a sports car around bumps and corners because the suspension is quite stiff, but other than that, it's a passable daily driver chassis. But of course, space is not the big feat of this car. But if you want to take this car to winding roads, like to B roads and whatnot, I think normal mode feels better, because the throttle sensitivity has been slightly increased, so as the gear shift, so as the steering response. So it's still okay for you to drive around town in normal mode, but the gear shift can be a bit more sensitive. So I would say if you want to take it to like Genting Peras or something, then normal mode should be better. But if you want to take it to the edge, then of course you can put it in sport mode, where the steering response become more agile, gear shifts will become more responsive, and of course the throttle pedal as well. And the gearbox system tends to use lower gear, so meaning that you tend to rev up a bit more when you use this mode, but at the same time, of course, you get extra performance out of this performance on edge. I would recommend to use the sport mode together with the track mode if you know what you're exactly doing, or if you're going for a track day. But on daily driving use, like on normal public roads, I would say just stick to normal and eco would be more than enough.